welcome to another season on the Mind Rocking SMP. So, 1.20 has dropped, and so we have a new season on the SMP. As you can see, we are in a rather terrible spawn, to be brutally honest. We've got big mountains either side of us. We do have a rather fetching cave down here, which is going to be our shopping district for the season, because changes are afoot. So we do have a few changes this year. We're going to go through some of those as we walk over to our base and try and get ourselves a decent start on the server. But things have been a little bit busy with everything that's gone on. So what I'm going to do is we are going to head over behind me here, go for a walk for a few thousand blocks and try and find a decent location for us to go and set up a base. So let's go and get on with that, shall we? So, yes, as we said, we have a huge number of changes this year. First of all, we're on 1.20, so we have all of the fun and games of Tales and Trails. So we will be doing a lot of exploring this season. One of the key reasons for that is we've changed the way the server works. Last time around, we divvied up basically all of the farmable items in the game between all of the members. That limited people's gameplay to a degree. You couldn't really farm a huge number of items or stuff like that, basically because someone else had that assigned to them to sell. So what we've ended up doing this year is each person has chosen something that they are protected with. So basically everyone's been able to choose an item that they are the primary provider for that item for. And for myself, I've chosen armor trims. So a lot of what I'm going to be doing this year is exploring the areas. We're going to be going around. We're going to be finding, raiding everywhere that you can find an armor trim. So I'm going to be hunting down pillager outposts, and we're going to be raiding guardian temples. We're going to be going through Trail Ruins, obviously. We'll be in the Nether, we'll be in the End. We'll be doing everything that we can be to try and find all of these armor trims. And then we're going to be selling them to the rest of the guys on the server. But it also means that stuff like iron farms, we're no longer going to be limited to just one person having an iron farm. We're all going to be able to have large iron farms if we want to. And stuff like that. So it opens the game up a lot. We have also lost a few members, unfortunately. But don't worry, there's not a hole in our server, because we have new members that are filling their shoes. There were some big shoes to fill, but we've got plenty of, I think we've got 5 new members, and we lost 5 from last season, but there's still the same number of people on the server. We've got 14 of us that are going to be playing. So yeah, that's the big changes to the season. We've also got a new host. Please check it out in the description of the video. We do have a wondrous new host that's managed to provide us with some really decent servers. So hopefully the gameplay is going to be a little bit smoother. But so yeah, all good news. It's going to be a fun season. And once I get round to where my base is going to live, we shall explain what my plans are for the rest of this year. So hopefully it won't take me too long to get there. But we shall see you soon, and we will hopefully lay out some plans for what we're going to be working on. Okay then, so this is what we've been doing all the travelling for. We are just approaching my base, or the area that's going to be my base. So this rather ominous looking mound in front of us is where I am planning on building my base this season. I have reasonable sized plans for it, but it is going to be something completely different for what I've ever built before. So hopefully I'm going to be able to pull it off. However, that's a bit large to begin with. So what we are going to do, let's take my boat with me. Come back. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start over here. So I'm going to strip down a lot of this wood. I'm going to try and see if I can get myself a few animals so I can get some wool, and I can get some some meat, so we've got some food and stuff like that. Although I've got some bread somewhere. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of bread. We might get some farms, basic farms. I'm not staying down here long, but I do want a base of operations in this area whilst I clear out all of this area, so I can then get a proper base started, probably at the very top, because I have a few farms that I want to get up and running quite quickly. And if they're up above, then while I'm doing the rest of the work and prepping everything else, I can be, you know, have those farms passively working. So yeah, we are gonna make this little island our home, get it all cleared out, and I shall be back momentarily when we'll be able to show you the very start of what we're doing. Right, that was quick. So all we've done, this is literally the most basic of basics. We have cleared out some room. We've gone a little bit of torch spam. I have my crafting bed, my crafting table, my furnace, my bed. We've got a couple of chests over here. Give me a second. Let's grab some wheat. Mr. Cow, I need you. Come on, there we go. Right. So yeah, we have some animals. Got a few pigs, we got some sheep, we've got a few cows. I'm not really too fussed about chickens. But yeah, we have the basics done. Can't bother you. We'll breed some up in a minute. Give me some more food. We've got some basics. Enough to store some stuff, get some food. Jobbed. Now, as naked in my skin, I have stone tools. So, my next job is to get some iron. Now, I could either do one of three things. You can do what everyone does. You go mining for iron, but I've got some pretty decent sized holes. So we have a really nice open pit over here. This goes all the way down to like minus 40, and I've got lots of access points to it. Boy, dark down there, and I got no armor on, so I'm gonna die if I go down there. There's more caves in this big old hill. That's one of the reasons why I've come here. It's dark in there, and getting iron down underground is not easy anymore. So I'm gonna do my standard trick in basically every world that I've been playing in for the last, since 1.18, the first Caves and Cliffs. I'm going to do the trick that I do basically at the start of every season. Somewhere over yonder, there's a big old stony peak. And we are going to head over to said big old stony peak, and we are going to raid it for all of its iron and all of its coal, because that gives me 2 pink, gives you a decent fuel source, lots of light, and also enough iron for me to make all the stuff that I could need to make in the early game. So that's where I'm going. So we're going to go grab my boat, we're going to grab my bed, and we're going to head over there, and we're going to go see what we can, how much iron we can go and pick up. I shall see you in a second, hopefully on the top of a giant mountain. Bye. And here it is. Our giant stony peak. I say giant, it's quite a small stony peak, to be fair. But it is going to suffice for what I am going to need it for. And what I'm going to need it for is basically just grabbing. We don't need a huge amount. It's only early game. I'm not after massive amounts of coal or anything like that, but it should get me a few stacks of coal. You know, it's just going to be dotted around. It's nice and easy. Just get in here, grab everything that I need. It's going to get me a fair few levels. Oh, no, don't do that one. Don't forget, it's an ore. You can't blow that one up. But hey, that's what we're after. And yeah, just taking all of this out of a stony peak makes life so much easier. You haven't got to hunt around or anything like that. So I'm going to go and grab some sleep before I start getting attacked by stuff. Then what we're going to do is we are going to clear out this mountain. We'll see how much we pick up, and we'll be back in a minute. Boy. Right, so we're done. We have, 4 stacks of coal. We got ourselves around 3 stacks. We've got a little bit of extra iron because we've made some iron picks. So we are all good to go. It took me about 20 minutes to get all of this stuff done. Oh, give me a sec. I missed one. There we go. So, now what we do is we head back to base. I now have the iron, so I can now shear my sheep so I can get some more wool. And we'll go from there. So I shall see you back at the base. We're going to get our first little build up and running and get everything set up so that we're a little bit more homely, I shall say. But not in a big way. So, yeah, we'll see you back at the base with my first real build. And hopefully there will possibly be a good spot to call it there. So see you in a moment. Hello, we're back. So, I'm hiding in the rain in the tent because it's raining. And I can't sleep because it's daytime. We haven't got a thunderstorm, so we're all right. So yeah. We've done a few little odds and sods. So we've started to spread out some of our basic farmables. So we've got some sugarcane over here. My initial base, it's a tent. I thought that with sort of the theme of this series going to be me traveling all over the place, I'm going to live out of the tent for a while. So yeah, here's my tent. We can pack this up, take it wherever we go. We've got a little campfire, we've got some logs, so we can, do a little bit of a cookout, have a bit of a sing around the campfire. Although I'm not singing. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. We got some furnaces, we got some barrels for storage, we got some chests, we got my little bunk. We bred up a few more animals. We sheared some sheep for the wall for the tent. We got some of our trees planted, so we've got some cherry trees planted. I do actually, one thing I do want to do, where did we put them? Yep, there we go. On our travels we got some jungle saplings, and Moldy wanted some jungle saplings, and I didn't have any dark oak saplings, so we've done a bit of a swapperoo there. So I now have some dark oak to build with. We'll go stick those back over there. And me being the truly clever person that I am, haven't actually managed to pick up any acacia saplings. Even though there was a full savanna biome around that stony peak we just went to, I forgot to get myself any acacia saplings. Hey, and the sun comes up. Right, so, this is my little build to begin with. This is going to be starter base. It's nothing extortionate, but it's comfy, it's cozy, and it will do us. My next job, I'm actually going to go all the way up there, and we're going to clear the top of the mountain. And then I'm also going to clear the area in front of the mountain. Now this is twofold. Number one, it's going to give me an absolute load of spruce wood. Which is going to be quite handy because I'm going to be trading that spruce wood for some slightly better gear than my Wondrous Iron outfit that I'm wearing right now. People have already started to spring shops up. That was timed quite nicely. People have already started to spring shops up already, and here's me living out of a tent. But I can trade some of that spruce wood for some nice diamond gear. So that's going to be my first port of call. But of course, before I can do that, I need to get some of the spruce wood, so that's where we're going to go next. We're going to clear out, as I say, the area in front of this, the area on top of this. We're not going to level out the top of the hill, but we are going to make it a little bit more build friendly. And then we'll go from there. We might go and do a little bit of caving because I'm going to need some diamonds at some point. So once I've got my diamond gear, we'll go and grab some diamonds, and that way around I can go and get some books to enchant stuff up. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll join us for the rest of Season 2. There is a full list of everyone that's on the server in the description, so go and share the love. Go and say hello to them all. And don't look at their builds, because some of them are just silly. I'm looking at you, Moldy. You've built too much already, too quickly. It's not fair. I'm slacking. But no, we shall see you soon for the next episode on the MineRocking SMP. Bye.